Hey there, hey there. Peace, peace. Wait a few seconds, see if anybody joins me. But I have actually done this live before, but I'm gonna do it again because I don't think nobody heard me. Okay. Um, but I'm gonna break down how you get an energy vampire cellularly. We can discuss boundaries by way of physics because I think a lot of people are confused. You have so many different thought forms attempting to pull on you. Okay? Turn my hourglass upside down. The sound of the sand is like super soothing. Okay, so, right? To discuss this, we're going to go back to an atom. In the beginning, atom. Are they saying ADAM or ATOM? Okay? But an atom, let me draw it and then I'll show you. Right? It has neutrons and protons in the nucleus, in the middle. Neutrons and protons in the middle. And then it has rounded rings, or what's known as shells. Put that on up. It has a rounded shells or rings, right? And the electrons, now to understand how many is in an atom, you'd have to go back to the periodic table. I'm not taking you that far. Okay, but the electrons are usually on the outer shells spinning around, right? And the first shell can hold two, I believe. And I think the second shell can hold up to eight, right? But if you go and you watch like a physics video, they're going to show you how these electrons move, they jump different shells, right? They jump. So the further away it is from the nucleus, the electrons, that would be considered the excited state. The closer they are to the nucleus, that would be the atom's grounded state. You keep hearing motherfuckers keep telling you to ground. It's ground, right? And when it's grounded, it's in its most stable state. Okay? So this also proves to you that healing is not linear. The electrons, electricity, light, heat, right? It's it jumps, right? And it seems like, you know what I'm saying, the stronger your energy is, yes, you are pulled into yourself. They're grounded closer to the nucleus. Away from is excited. And it is when the electron is actually moving back to the grounded state that it releases a lot of light and energy going back to that state. Okay? Now, we're going to discuss right quick free radicals. If you've been here for some years, they say free radicals cause cancer. They cause you to age prematurely. All that shit, right? A free radical is an atom. So remember, we got the protons, neutrons, and shit. You got your shells around, and it's got the electrons. And the electrons are usually paired together. It's an atom that is missing its electron. Electron, electricity, light. Now, what's so crazy about this is that when an atom is missing its electron, it's on a scavenger hunt. It knows it needs to get stable. So, within your own body, it is just stealing the electron from another atom, which is going to make this one unstable, right? It's just trying to stabilize itself. This is a bitch at war with itself. Okay? Now, what happens when you come within 6 feet, like they told you not to do during such and such, right? Is they can steal the fucking electron from you. They can steal your electron, your electricity, your light from you. I don't know if you've ever gone around somebody and before that you were just fine and dandy. As soon as you get around that motherfucker, oh my god, I'm so sleepy. Or your mood just get, yeah, they're teething your fucking electrons. They're taking them, and it's probably not even a conscious thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, ooh, I mean, some people, yes, some people siphon, and they siphon knowingly. Okay, but most motherfuckers out here, at one point in time, all of us have at one point in time been an energy vampire. That's just what it is. It was an atom that was missing its free radical. It was an atom that became a free radical. Ugh, free radical because it was missing its electron and you were grabbing it. Okay. Now, how do you get full of free radicals? And atom missing its electron. Motherfuckers that smoke and drink too much junk food. You know what I'm saying? Like overindulgent, shit like that. As a matter of fact, a motherfucker that exercise too much. So basically, when you're imbalanced, your atoms are imbalanced. Okay. You're imbalanced. You're not giving your body what it needs. It begins to show you this by its operation. Okay, your body begins to show you this. Oh, some shit hurts, some shit going off. It's talking to you. It's talking to you always, the whole time. So, right, your boundaries are is what's gonna help you to make sure you keep your atoms stable and that you keep your electrons. Hey, boo. But if you don't, you're going to be full of free radicals and you will be unstable. And remember, as I was explaining before, right? The further the electron, the furthest shell that the electron is away, when it's not in that first or second shell, that's the atom being grounded. So when we tell you go ground and what that does, it is truly a biological miracle. Okay? And literally the trees and the grass can help you do that. When you understand physics, to me, you understand God. Like it's amazing. Like what? Now, if you don't have the strength to keep your energy to you and keep balance, and you let people pull on you all the fucking time because you don't have no boundaries, guess what? Love and light. They want you to ride or die, and you gonna do it. You going, cause you ain't got no boundaries. And again, it's not, they don't have to ask your permission. They can come within 6 feet of you. Sometimes it's somebody calling on the phone constantly, you know what I'm saying? And they only complaining. Yes, like come on. You know the behaviors by now that make you feel drained. Which means it is up to you to protect your energy. Okay? And how far how far these people will go to get it once they understand that you are a light source. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, it's just time I tell this story now, and then I'm gonna come back to the physics, right? But there was a fake ass medicine bitch. Excuse me. Let me do this again. There was a lady who's super wounded, who I was chilling with for a while, right? And motherfucker was like grabby over my energy, and I was like, something not right. Like this is something not right. You know what I'm saying? This is too much. And I began to like bring my energy back to myself. I spend a lot of time with myself. Okay, that's what my specific healing journey has required a lot of. That I spend a lot of time on myself. Um, when I got ready and I was like, no, this is not right, and I started to pull my energy back from this person. They began to go down my friends list, all types of shit, trying to contact people and get close to people just so that they could try to change how they felt about me. And I knew this was going on, but I don't care. I don't care. I give zero fucks about rumors. Fucks? Fuck? You see how they're not coming? I don't have none to give about rumors. Okay. So one morning, 5:30 in the morning, a woman from Jamaica called me. Oh my God, I'm so glad she didn't wake me up because she was gonna get the version of me that she was gonna be like, holy shit. What is you call? Anyway, and I remember I don't know her. Like, I don't know her. It's just like she was also a medicine woman. And she was like, me calling you because, this person, they contacted me and at first they were saying they were interested in the herbs and blah, blah, blah. But then she said she want to come to Jamaica, but in Jamaica they do obia. And she said, you do obia, so she don't want to come to Jamaica. I was like, I don't sign permission slips to Jamaica. She was like, no, no. Then she showed me your picture. Oh, okay. So I'm grabbing all this shit. You trying to have people practice all type of shit on me by sending negative energy and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm peeping the whole. Okay, okay, thank you. Um, and asked me, oh, you're Jamaican. How are you Jamaican? You're so pure. Look at this girl. She's on. How the fuck did this story even make fucking sense to you? First of all, that's why I say a lot of y'all no boundaries. And sometimes your boundaries are lax because of what the fuck is going on in you. Straight up. Okay? Because if you love hearing stupid ass shit, your boundary up to why is this person sharing this information with you when they don't really know. Come on, like, you got to think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, how does that make sense? You're so pure. Are you sure you're a Jamaican? What did you trying to say? First of all, what the fuck? Anyways, so and then she says, well, she came here. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, I may see the demon in her. Duh, of course. And then now she was scared because the same thing that she was doing to me by going down my friends list, she was going down this herbalist friends list and trying to pull people away. And I told her, I was like, yo, just chill out. Right now she's working for you. That's all that she's doing. She's working for you. Because if a stranger can go tell somebody else about you, they already had something up in themselves with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a liability and a real shit you don't need them around you. She working for you. Don't worry. She was like, yeah, true, me in Jamaica and me call you. No, that's not why. Because you would have done that shit when she first showed you my picture. That's not what happened. Now you're just scared because for a moment you was going and now you see what's going to happen. She done showed you the template. But that's why when your energy is pulled into yourself and you authentically know who you are, you're not going to worry about little stupid ass shit like this. Because people are always going to be doing that. I'm telling you. When they're not happy with themselves, when they pull up free radicals and unfucking stable, they act unstable. They act unstable. Now, when somebody is, now I have been vamped quite a bit. Oh my fucking God. When I first started popping off this light and didn't realize, juicy estate walking through the lines, dang, God damn. I had no idea. Okay. Now, when that's happening and you realize what's happening to you, yes, at times you can look unstable. You realize that? Because you're taking on this person's energy, right? So you have so much stuff right now going on in psychology where people are talking about things like gaslighting and the things that it causes. And I want you to understand, right? Look it up and see what they say, how these types of abuse affects not only your brain but your body, meaning this is affecting you on a cellular level, okay, on an atomic level. And some of my blow-ups, when I realized what people were doing was on an atomic level, I let a bitch have it. What? And of course they would use that and show people that and be like, oh, see, told you she was unstable. But guess what, as you are going through the process of getting your energy back, it might not look stable to motherfuckers. It might not look stable to motherfuckers. It don't need to. It don't need to. You know who's around you and who's draining you, and you know what type of behaviors they're doing to drain you. Okay? Stop needing permission to pull your energy back. Pull it back. And then you're going to watch how unstable they become because they are in need of that energy. They are walking around full of free radicals. Now, before people fast, one time I was speaking with a bomb ass counselor, but yeah, that bitch was unstable too. But anyways, they was pushing to me how before you fast, you should fill up your body with antioxidants. And antioxidants, right? Certain fruits, vegetables, blah, 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 right? Is going to help you literally to sustain and stabilize and bring back that electron so your atom is moving in a grounded state. Okay? This thing is not a joke. What you eat, what you drink, When was the last time you took a full breath? These things are going to affect your energy levels, okay? And what you can pop off and what you can manifest and what you can sustain, right? Because sometimes people try to manifest things that's above their vibrational maintenance state. You know what I'm saying? And this is when a motherfucker will be masking. Certain people know when you come around me, it's just certain shit. You can't come around me complaining 24/7. That is draining. That is actually training the mind to do something very, very, very harmful to you. And you think I'm just gonna allow you to come do it to me? And I've been working on my thought process and choosing thoughts that serve me all these years. If I don't have no boundaries, sure. But that's not what's happening here. So when I send them back, of course, they get a little unstable. They better Harlem shaking me, mad in the bitch. But if they do the work, they're gonna understand what I'm saying. It's some real fucking shit. You'll balance, and you will not need. So see, some people, they want to be around people all the time. Ask yourself why. What are they in need of? They are more than likely in need of your electrons, of your energy. Okay. This is why when you pull back from them, this is how you could tell an unsafe person when they can't. You know what I'm saying? When they have a problem with your boundaries, they start going crazy. Putting on your friends list. Now I'm printing out forms for people to go to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Sign here, bitch. Okay, so energetically, energetically, and you might not always be able to physically see it because they might actually be walking around with the electrons that they stole from the last motherfucker. But again, in its excited state, it's temporary. So again, they're gonna have to mask because they're not gonna be able to sustain that energy level because this is now how they operate on a regular basis. It's not how they operate on a regular basis. And you'll be able to see. And some of you will see way before other people can see because a lot of times, even unconsciously, if they work as an energy vampire, they have been working with certain tactics, you know what I'm saying, for quite some time. And for the most part, it probably works on most people. But when you know what I'm saying, one of the things that helps you to keep your boundaries is discernment. So, you know what I'm saying? As you're working through this, you're going to see a bunch of different skills or side quests, you know what I'm saying, come up for you. And you'll realize that you're learning quite a bit. You're learning quite a bit from those people who attempt, you know what I'm saying, energy manipulation. And again, that's unconscious. So when you got people who are consciously out here attempting to siphon, that's a whole nother level and layer of the game. But they could still get folded up. Their clothes could still get folded up with them in it. Energetically, do a really good boundary. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta touch them. That's just the way it goes. So honor your energy. You know what I'm saying? Love your energy. Take time with yourself. Take time with your energy. Ground. Okay, because it's not a game. Like remember, law of attraction works on your vibration. And to vibrate means to spin, right? That's what it means. It means to spin. So when they saying, if you look at, there's like a chart, right? And the chart has different numbers on it. And don't quote me as far as the numbers are, but it'll be like um, grief, fear, anger, hate, all of those, they vibrate really low numbers, like 50, 70, 200, something like that, right? When you get to like empathy, love, enlightenment, these are really high numbers. It's like 700, 800, whatever, right? So this is how fast the atom is spinning. that that's what that's telling you, right? So if you ever see depressed people, like they be telling us hard to move. This is a thought form that's literally sitting on top of your body. You must learn to master. It's taking so much energy from you. to be in that negative state. That's why it's hard to move. Whereas it's even built into the cliches in language. Bring me a higher love. That's gonna spin and go upward. Okay? So when it's spinning slow and low, it's like quicksand. And that's why you can spiral downwards. You know what I'm saying? But when the energy and the vibration is higher, so remember to vibrate means to spin. So when they say vibrate high, spin faster. That's what that's meaning. You know what I'm saying? So what you're manifesting and attracting, if you're vibrating at these higher levels, is going to be completely different than what you're manifesting and attracting at those lower levels. But it don't turn off. It's not like because you go into a low vibration, it just turns off. It's like, okay, we're gonna wait. No. So you're gonna be manifesting monkey's paws like motherfucker. Shit that you don't even want, or karmic lessons, which may be needed. It is what it is. The journey is the journey. But if you've been hearing so much about boundaries lately, you know what I'm saying, about grounding, this is why. And so I just wanted to explain it on this type of level because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I went through a time. Okay. I went through a time period where um, I would suppose my energy was doing this. It was jumping from shell to shell. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, healing is not linear. So you're gonna see that. You're gonna see that your energy fluctuates as you're learning, you know what I'm saying, how this goes. But there was somebody that I ain't gonna lie, like I knew full well I should not be around this motherfucker. Like this motherfucker does everything in the world to try to make me doubt myself. Like you could but it was, I guess, what they would call, they like to say soul tie, but I don't know if y'all remember when Jada made this word very, very popular. Entanglement, bitch. Now, somebody constantly pulling an electron from you and then hooked into your energy and you have no boundaries and entanglement. Y'all energy going round and round together. See that shit? Okay. Now, ugh. And you know what I'm saying? I would, it was my ego that was like, no, this is my energy. It's strong enough. Bitch, you taking your energy right over there, duh. Like, we could really rationalize some dumbass shit with ourselves when we're ready. Okay, so don't rationalize your energy because it is important, especially through now, right? Now until, I think it's May 2nd. Don't quote me on that, look it up. But now through May 2nd, until May 2nd, I don't think we have any retrogrades. Do you understand the shoo? That is like an energetic cosmic slingshot. Watch your thoughts right now. They're gonna manifest fast as fuck. But more than your thoughts, it's gonna be your energy body, right? And if you look it up, they're gonna show you have your energy, all of your energy don't even fit inside your body. And we know this. How you know for sure, say somebody can pull energy from you, I'm gonna show you. If I've been in a room with somebody and you're talking and everything is great, you're like, da da da. Somebody else walk in the room, you don't even really see them, but you feel them, and everybody's like, energy just shift. You felt that energy, you picked it up. Sometimes you think about somebody and then they call your phone. You felt that energy, you picked it up. It's just time now so we understand that we are like frequency beings and that this is how we operate like on a regular. So we can take a lot of the spookism out of it and people can do what they need to do with their energy for real. Because it's a lot of incorrect ideas that aren't truly like grounded in anything, so they be unstable. And spookism, that's having people like, you know what I'm saying, not really go chase the energy that they're supposed to in regards to themselves. Okay, so the same way how that lady was stupid stalking me, I'm gonna tell y'all what I told her: don't stalk me, stalk your own mysteries, bitch. Like it's much better. It's much better. That's literally the full of it. Okay. And so if you are feeling that you lack in energy somewhere, go ahead and look up what you can eat as far as your antioxidants can go. Look up ways that you can stabilize your energy. Again, when you are, they associate, like, right, a lot of diseases with a lot of an influx of positive ions in the body. Okay, so right before it rains, if you notice, I don't know if you remember back in the day, but a lot of older people could tell you if they had a knee injury or something like that, that it was going to rain because they would feel it in their muscles. They would feel it. This is a part of an ancient mutation we had, and this is how we knew to move to higher waters. We knew water was coming. The pressure of the water on the inside of our body would respond to the pressure on the outside of our body. But now, if your atoms aren't stable and your energy isn't grounded and you're constantly in an excited state, which a lot of this, even the phones and the devices and everything else that we got around us, that's what it's designed to do. And it's hard to interpret atmospheric pressure, which could translate to messages if you're not in a grounded state, right? So it always comes back down to energy, and you can see how important it is to protect yours. This way, you can truly be tapped into what is occurring. You know what I'm saying? And which part of it that you can affect, and which part of it, you know what I'm saying, you can't. So you don't need to really be worried about that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of certain things that are put out for us to watch, it is so that it can keep us in an excited state and we could be harvested. You know what I'm saying? So you're really gonna have to ground and come down to your energy and understand who you are as a being first before you can understand everything else. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people tend to call all that external stuff distractions. But now once your energy is grounded and you're within your purpose and you're responding to certain stuff, that's not gonna be the same thing as a distraction. Okay, because you could definitely be working within your purpose. So I hope I'm gonna actually put up a couple of videos that I screen recorded earlier about the electrons moving towards the different shells on the atoms, so you can see just an animated version of how it works, which is slightly better than my drawing, not much, but slightly. Um, and think about that. You know what I'm saying? Think about what certain things do, and then look up what creates free radicals. And if you are engaging in quite a bit of those things, then starts to rein it in. Start to rein it in. It's amazing how much know thyself for me has equal to knowing myself cellularly, okay, emotionally, spiritually, and it really began to make a difference when I started paying attention cellularly. What I ate, exercising. I'll say this: you want a quantum jump and quantum leap, the shit you people here talking about. So I've performed at least two that I can that is just easily visible. Just is easily visible. The first one was me popping out a whole musical gift out of fucking nowhere in my 40s. Okay, and people being like, what the fuck? Yep. People came on page 3 years later. I didn't know you could rap. Me neither, bitch. I didn't know neither. But the more I grounded my energy and got into the confidence of myself, is the more that I was willing to show up for myself and try certain things. And you know what? Now people be like, can you paint? Bitch, I don't know. Let's go try. Because I don't know. I have a whole new mind state now and how I operate. Completely different. But that means that I also maintain boundaries away from people who like to say about things that are not possible. Because I don't think that way. I don't think if, I think how. Okay? So that, of course, would have to be maintained. You see how people tend to think? Of course, you would have to have boundaries around mindsets like that. Even to be able to develop it, you would have to not be ready to just absorb all types of shit. You would have to hold your energy in its container, in its state, and protect it like a baby. It's yours. Okay, but it definitely was cellularly. And then I had to go get all the shit out of my mental junk folders. You know what I'm saying? Close a whole bunch of tabs that wasn't important. The second one was when I healed my limerence. Oh my God. I'm thinking about actually revamping it for about a month or so I could like people again. Bro, you heal limerence and you're gonna see limerence is very painful, by the way, if that's something, and that's something that you can, your brain will operate a specific way due to a wound. Okay, I'm not gonna include that on this live because then it'll be too long. And my hourglass actually ran out. It's not a true hourglass. I think it's only like 15 minutes or something. But limerence would have a huge effect on who you entertain, especially romantically, and it comes from deep woundings from childhood. It may come from like a neglect or an abandonment wound. You know what I'm saying? Um, and this causes you to like, I don't know, just kind of see like fantastical things when you look at people. Um, and I healed that. I healed that. I see people as they are now, and it's truly an amazing thing. It's truly amazing. And so I'm ready for my next quantum leap and my next quantum jump. So I'm powering myself up through that. I understand that there are certain diets, there are certain behaviors, right? Discipline, which would equal boundaries. And it's amazing because the more discipline you give yourself is actually the more freedom you get to experience in life. It's like the biggest paradox to me ever. But it is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I discipline myself working out. I have more freedom with the clothes in my closet. You know what I'm saying? It just, but I don't, and then I be mad. And who I be mad with? I'm the one putting the food in my mouth. But I'm telling you the truth, I be mad. Like I know I should. Now they'll say certain even mental behaviors, right, can translate to even how we eat and what we're eating. Do you see how that shit is all connected? Yo, like you really have to become conscious in your energy and make intentional decisions and not just be pulled on by everything and everybody out here. It's gonna make a difference. I promise you. I promise you. Healing is a powerful thing, bro. Having boundaries is a powerful thing. You actually get more magnetic when you have boundaries. Cause that's actually an attractive trait. I ain't going. I ain't going for that bitch. There's so much shit I'm not going for. They be like, you coming? Nope. I ain't going. So when they say let your yes mean yes and your no mean no, they snap with that shit. Okay, let that be that. You're gonna see much more grounded your energy becomes. Okay, so I'm going to post those like I stated. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Okay.